Hey y'all, Halfmilesniper here, and we are back in the garage today. I've got some tools. I've got a package from MDT, and I've got the stuff we haven't been able to put on this rifle, but we can now. So, we're going to get ready to install our arca rail. We're going to take a look at it, and we'll compare it to the other one, and we'll get it mounted, get our bipod mounted, get the rifle out of this gun vise, and see if we need to add any weight to the chassis. So y'all sit back, kick your feet up, enjoy the ride. As I said in the last video, that my last piece from MDT was originally supposed to be back ordered for 8 to 10 weeks, and in a week I got a shipping notice, and it arrived today. I couldn't wait to tear the bag open, but we've got a full-length arca rail specifically designed for the Oryx chassis. And also in the package here we got stuff. Surprise! Oh, we got another MDT chamber flag. I will now have chamber flags for, I think, or MDT chamber flags for just about every rifle I have. Got another MDT sticker. Thank you for packaging my package, Jonathan. Got a Christmas card, which I really liked the Christmas cards in the packages as they came. And I really appreciated the separate Christmas card that MDT sent me. That clearly tells me I spent a little bit more money there than I intended to. And now I've got a MDT gun oil sample pack. We'll check that out later at some point in time, but not today. Today, we're going to take a look at the arca rail and get the arca rail mounted. Okay, so let's get the arca rail for the Oryx out of the package here. And is this a poster or just the back sheet? Oh, got an extra set of screws. Those are stop screws. So if we want to put a stop in our rail, we screwed the stop in so our attachment will actually cease to slide further. There's direction on here. On the back side we have an arrow, which that should be telling us that it's going to the front. And wouldn't you know, that battery just died. Okay, so where was I before the battery had just died? Well, we'll start over. So we've got our rail here, and we got an arrow which will be pointing forward. We've already got the 4 M-locks screws attached. I'm not sure what that nut on the end is for. And then we've got these pairs of holes that the other stop screws would thread into. The other stop screws would thread into in order to stop your accessory from moving around. Let's see what the instructions say about that screw. Okay, well, let me pull out the other rail here real quick, and we will compare the two so y'all can see how much beefier the MDT rail is. Okay, so the MDT rail is on the inside here, and we can see that it is a fairly thick, chunky boy. And this a lightweight rail. It's just a hair shorter, a whole lot thinner. But what we end up with, let me try to align. Well, what ends up happening is we've got, try to do this so I'm not casting shadows, we've got these two M-lock slots, kind of agree with that, but on the other rail there's another M-lock lug here where there's not a slot on the Oryx. And then this screw, according to the directions with this nut, I'm going to have to break the action back out of the chassis because this forward screw will actually bolt in with a nut and bolt through the single hole up front. So I will go ahead and get that mounted off camera. I'll bring you back, show y'all what it looks like, and then we will start putting on our other pieces. Well, I am back. I've got the arca rail mounted. Had the 4 M-lock pieces and the single bolt. Because of the single bolt and nut, I did have to remove the action from the chassis to be able to bolt it all together. Let's see how that balances now. Let me take my chamber flag out, it's just so we can have it where it belongs. So I don't know how well you can see it, but it has a very nice flat level bottom now. And we were trying to get it to balance somewhere right about here, and it is still butt heavy. So we will set that back in here, and that means it'll be time to break out the bipod. And I'm not sure that I want to put a stop on that yet. Perfect. I just wasn't getting it aligned. Okay, so with my bipod mounted, now at the twist of a nut, I can bring that bipod all the way back for a short table or run it all the way out for a long table. I may put the 2 stops out here just to keep that from walking off the end if I am getting in a hurry. Okay, give me a minute to take the bench vise off the table. We'll get the rifle set up on the bipod, and then we'll take a look at the next piece. Well, we're going to check, let's check that balance first. We are still butt heavy here, so we're probably going to end up putting on at least 1 set of weights. But I'm going to get the vise off the table, we'll mount 1 set of weights, and we'll see how that balances, and then we'll put the arm on for the Garmin. Okay, well, I have the first set of weights mounted. I mounted them farthest out forward, and we are still butt heavy. So I am going to mount the second set of weights, and we'll see how that balances out, and hopefully it's going to be pretty darn close. Come on. I got 1 last screw to tighten up. and it's not wanting to play because, well, I tightened up the other end first, and because it's M-lock, I need it to pull that little M-lock piece up. Okay, that's got that piece. Tighten up this last screw. So that just added another 1.4 pounds to the front end. That is pretty close. That is pretty close. I think I'm going to like that. Very good. So we've got 0.7 pounds in the arca rail, 1.4 pounds in exterior weights, plus the weight of the bipod, whatever that is. So we've got probably close to 3 pounds of weight out on the front end. And now I'm real curious to see what this rifle weighs. I'm going to take this gun and run upstairs and go step on the bathroom scale and get a weight for you. Be right back. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty. Well, quick trip upstairs to the bathroom scale. It's electronic. So I was able to step up on it, turn it on, zero it out with me on it. So I didn't have to do any math. And once the scale zeroed, I picked the rifle up, and as it sits right now, it weighs 18 pounds even. I have not mounted the Garmin yet. I don't think that's going to be necessarily much weight, but we know we are under 20 pounds. We know we're at 18. So we know we're not at 30. This is clearly one of the lighter rifles that'll probably be at the match, because it seems like most people seem to be running in the probably 23 to 30 pound range. I think 6 Creedmoor is going to be fairly light recoiling on an 18 pound rifle. Okay, give me a minute to put my tools away, and I'm going to break out the Garmin mount. We'll mount the Garmin and we'll take a look at how that looks. I may even break out my Sunway Photo tripod and see how the rifle looks mounted on the tripod. Bring y'all back in just a moment. So yep, I was a little surprised to see that this thing came in at 18 pounds. Very good. I'll have to adjust that. And then to just give you a quick glimpse, that's how it looks with the Garmin mounted. It's right there. Pretty cool. And the Garmin just happens to be right about where it zeroes out. Of course, we'll have to see if that's where it works best. But what do you know? I think we are ready to go to the range. Unfortunately, I can't use the Academy range, not until I'm either healed up or off light duty. So I will have to go to the public range and shoot it there. It'll be a little more difficult to do that zeroing, do the first group, and any subsequent ammo testing, because I've got some factory ammo that we're going to zero the scope with. We're going to shoot the first groups with factory ammo, and then I've got 3 different powders in 5 different loadings that we'll be testing along the way. We're going to take the best of each one of those 3, whether it's the smallest group or the tightest standard deviation. We will make more of that particular loading so we can test the tuner brake, and we'll get this thing dialed up and ready to go shoot some matches. Of course, then once we have our load figured out for the 3 powders, then I'll have to make more of each and then go back out to that public range so I can verify my calculations to the range and to the scope to make sure that, you know, at a given distance, I know what my exact come up will need to be. We'll get that all figured out. We got some time, but the hardest part's over. The rifle's built and it's ready to go. Let me go get my Sunway Photo tripod and let's see how this thing looks on the tripod. Okay, we have the rifle up on the tripod and you can see that it is loose right there. And that puppy is balanced. Very nice. I am happy. And since it's loose, have the radar unit, the Garmin mounted right here. We can flip that all the way around. We'll go ahead and lock it down now. Very nice. This is going to be a good rifle. Alrighty. Well, I want to thank each and every one of y'all for hanging with me through all 6 parts of this. We mounted the barrel to the action. We mounted the tuner brake to the barrel. We mounted the barreled action into an Oryx chassis. We changed the side panels on the Oryx chassis so we now had more M-lock slots so we could mount external weights if we need it, which, lo and behold, once we put the scope on, we did. What else have we done? Oh, we got our bipod. We've got our Garmin mount. We've got the vertical pistol grip. We've got a TriggerTech trigger set to 2 pounds right now. Don't know. When we're done, I might be, or before we're done, I might be lightening that trigger up. So, next step, we get to go to the range. Man, I can't wait. My goal was to get first rounds through this gun by New Year's, so hopefully the weather cooperates. I'd like to thank Sunway Photo, as I always do when I'm using one of their products. They are an affiliate channel affiliate to the channel. There's a link below to Sunway Photo's affiliate link and my discount code. I would appreciate it if y'all would go check it out. And if you're so inclined and need a tripod, I would really appreciate if y'all would think about getting a piece of gear, whether it's for shooting or photography. They have a whole lot of stuff on their website. There may be something that interests you. And every little bit that's purchased helps the channel. As always, Halfmilesniper reminding y'all, stay strapped or get clapped. Carry everywhere you can. Get a CCW if you need one. If you're in a constitutional carry state, get a CCW anyways. You never know, you might travel. And with the likelihood of national reciprocity, you'll be covered everywhere you go if you got that CCW. Hopefully no questions asked. Also, there's t-shirt links below. Today I'm wearing my Everyone's a Hero at the 7-yard line shirt. This gun will not be fired at the 7-yard line. That's for darn sure. So, as always, Halfmilesniper reminding y'all, stay safe, keep shooting. We'll catch you next time.
Send it. Hit.